Yes, I started with very small. I was just by myself, and I put 20,000, 30,000 euro in it, and I just founded myself, and then from the profit, I keep putting the profit into the business, and so now we grew. Now we do about 9 million dirhams a year, and growing. Well, the upside is then I have no bosses, I have no investor to relate to. So it was good. Then I could do different strategies based on my cash flow, and thank God they all went very well. All the campaign that we did, marketing and penetrating different markets, was all based on the resources. So we were doing one step at a time at the beginning, and then hiring different people. Now we are 9 people, 10 people working in our organization, and I can delegate more. But I could choose the people surrounding myself. The downside is then we could have grown much faster, maybe with more risks, but testing also different markets. Like at the same time we did Dubai, I could have done Doha, Bahrain, Saudi. It was just too much of a stretch for the cash flow that I had. And little by little we are conquering different markets. And of course having an investor will help at this stage. Also been proven successful for 5 years in a row. We have a grow about 60–70% month to month, respect the year before. So there is looking bright the future of the truffle industry in Dubai. Biggest challenge at the beginning was all the red tape and the bureaucracy of Dubai. Then coming from New York City is non-existent. With $300, you set up a company online. You can be based everywhere. And here was I learned to bring a stamp all the time with me. I have one in the car, one in the house, a couple of them in the office, the passport copy. The challenge was little things, like making a transfer and the banker tell me that's not my signature. Now instead I have a relationship manager and come to me and we do all the transfer, I tell them, and everything goes smoothly. So being small, that was the biggest challenge at the end. Then when you start to move things around and rolling, everybody notices and they give you a hand, they help you. Also here in Dubai South, when I opened was just DWC. I took an office in the headquarters, and at the beginning everything seemed difficult for me. Then instead they assign you a person, and all the little problems goes away, and that's great. What makes me different from the competition is then I have an American mentality. I deal with chefs, which are we have their own language. You have to connect with the chef. My company being small, I have the advantage of moving very fast. I can bring products then other company take months I can bring products within a week. I can register a product very fast. I can give a service then is much faster and suited for each different chef, and I can adapt to different organization. Could be the big Jumeirah group, could be the Emirates Palace or the Burj Al Arab, or could be the little restaurant just setting up. I don't have a credit facility. I decide to give credit on many days. So everything gets much faster and gets done quicker. With that one is also the risk, but as for now, the judgment has been pretty good. Another factor that I have a challenge with other company, with my competition, is then they have way more cash than me. They have a big organization. They bring in, I mean, what I do in a year is probably the marketing budget, because they have big founders, big investors. I don't, but my salespeople and me, now we are 3, trust me, the same passion than I have when you sell to and you connect to a client. They cannot reproduce just because you sell mozzarella, tomato, or salt. Truffle is totally a different product. It's like intriguing. Truffles are really the only thing that Mother Earth gives as a gift. You don't cultivate truffle, you don't produce truffle, you can't plant it. Sometimes you find it in an area, sometimes you find it in another one. You have to dig them out, train a dog. It's really a Mother Earth gift. And so it has to be sold in a special way. It cannot be treated as potato or any other commodity. Truffle are sold as diamond, 3 alpha carat 3.5 carat diamonds are not the price of 1.5 carat. Same as for truffle, the same kilos of truffle may be 3 times as much if it is 1 kilo truffle or 1 kilo of small truffles each one. Truffle can cost even 350, 400,000 dirham a piece. In Dubai they just bought one for 135,000 last week, half a kilo. When instead half a kilo of regular truffle costs 10,000 dirham. So it's really suited, it's like buying jewels, and chefs love it. Chefs are really into it. The flavor, the passion, they slice it, they can create dish, and even if it's very expensive, they actually lower their food cost if it's well used, because they profit a lot with truffle. And everybody uses it in Dubai. Started 5 years ago, few restaurants, everywhere you find truffle now. But I think the hospitality industry in the region will keep growing. I think the vision is to bring more people and bring more tourists, and you do it with creating environments where the tourists thrive, like resort, beautiful store, beautiful restaurant. When I arrived in Dubai 5 years ago, I compared to Las Vegas 20 years ago, where you have fountains and even being in a hole in the desert. It was very, very similar. And what they did in America to make Las Vegas flourish was to bring in big restaurant names, big chains, top-notch consulting company creating the perfect environment for a tourist and for an expat. And I see here every day there is something new. The other day I passed through a new bridge and a new river. You feel you're participating in an environment that is running, is going toward the future. And also here Dubai South, they are opening everywhere. I get emails for new houses or new housing that are coming up with deals than I never expected in any other country. And I think the new airport will help the region grow. Already Emirates is one of the biggest. We have an hour away, we have Etihad. I think here is a perfect fit for my company to be, as I can serve everybody within an hour in the whole region of the Middle East.